No alternates to seat. Next is approval of the minutes. Has anyone looked at the minutes? Is there any conversation about it? And
Did
does
Grace
anyone?
send the minutes?
Yes.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I probably read them. I'll make a motion to approve.
I second it.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Okay, there's no public to participate. So treasurer's report, Ann.
Okay, so this is the end of the fiscal year. So we're starting a new fiscal year, and our cash at that point will be $914 as of the 1st of July. And we have to spend that in the next 12 months. So till the 27th of, or the 30th of June, 2027. This year, we spent almost all of it except $251.07. And so that's just going to go back into the general fund for Woodstock. We also have a special fund that we don't have to spend right away. We can spend anytime we want. And, they keep it in our juncture, and it's $2,193.22. So if we run over, or we need something kind of big, we can use from that fund.
Hey, can you say that number again, please?
Sure, which one? The last one?
The last one, 2000.
$193.22.
And what is that again?
It's called a special fund, and it's for us to use at any time, but we do not have to spend it right away. We get to keep it for, ever and always in our special fund.
Okay, thanks.
If I may,
Yeah.
it was created by donations a lot before I started, and we've spent it on things like kiosks and other major expenses beyond what we could afford with our annual budget, but we tend to save it for special things. And if something comes up, we have it, but it's something that is in a separate account so that it doesn't become encumbered at the end of the fiscal year.
Okay, thanks.
And then just note Maura's joined us. So any questions for the treasurer or anything else, treasurer?
Yes, if this is for anybody who's new or anything, since I'm new treasurer too. One of my jobs is, if you have bought something and, for the committee to pay for, let me have the receipt. I bring it to the town hall, and then they put it in the computer, and you're supposed to get a check. So did you get, so everybody should have gotten their receipts into me by today, or last but not least tomorrow, because tomorrow's the last day for this fiscal year. And then the other thing I'd have to do is I pick up mail. There wasn't anything interesting in the mail except the thing I gave to you, Lee.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Okay. Chairperson's report. Still trying to recruit members. Trying to work out some of the kinks, but we did it. We got a meeting. So communications. Carl, you have anything communication wise that you received?
I have not received anything. I did get a pretty good, this is probably under the wrong one, but I did get a pretty good in-brief from Grace. We went over to town center and found where everything is. Didn't get the thing about who was responsible for minutes and scheduling, so my apologies. We'll be on target the next one.
Okay.
You're forgiven.
That's okay.
I do have communication.
Go ahead.
Okay, I did forward this to everybody, but I'm gonna bring it up again. It was from Amy Monahan. She's trying to get community participants for the 76th celebration at Roseland Park on July 19th. The Conservation Commission would be a great for this. If there were one or two members available, you could set up information and some kind of activity to make it fun. And she would also like other conservation focused groups to be involved as well. And she specifically mentioned ECCD and TLGV. And she was going to reach out to Fran at TLGV, but I don't know if she reached out to ECCD or not. But she would like to have a variety of conservation and preservation resources participate. I am not available on July 19th. My daughter's going to a wedding and I am being a weekend overnight grandma. So if anybody would like to take this on, we have a trifold board right now. It is set up with trail maps. The last one we did at Celebrating Ag focused on hiking trails in Woodstock. I still have the panels if we wanted to focus on pollinator pathway. So it's not anything laborious to put together the presentation. It's just, do people have the will and the time to sit at an event and table it? I just can't.
Hey, Carl Ann, are you interested in manning a table at this event?
I've got to defer to the calendar. I don't know what the that time. I know that we will have had a pretty major trip right before then. So, but I'll just defer.
Ann?
I don't know what's up. I'd have to look at the calendar and see if there's anything going on.
Okay. Well,
Something's on the 19th. I can't remember.
Okay. Well,
It's the 21st, I think.
Oh, it's the 21st?
no,
I thought you said the 19th.
Sunday.
Oh, the night. You're right. It is the 19th. Yeah, July 19th.
Jean, what's the event again? What's it called?
It's part of the Woodstock 250th celebration. So
Oh.
it's something going to be at Roseland Park. And it's something that, she did specifically say ECCD as well, but I don't speak for ECCD anymore. I don't know if something you wanted to do for NatChog or anything, but
I don't think that's in the Natchog, is it, Roseland?
no, it's not. But the NatChog is in Woodstock.
No, I know. I don't know. I think I have too much going on at ECCD, so I would say if somebody else would do it, I could potentially do it, depending on how much time and.
Yeah, what are the hours of
I don't know. I'd have to Google it because she didn't give the hours.
Oh,
Is it on the town website?
It would be on the town website.
All right.
Okay, so if anyone's interested, get in touch with Jean.
Well, get in touch with Amy, but if you need me to get in touch with Amy, I'd be willing to be that liaison.
Yeah, but you have the info on the tripod and
the trifold display board is, according to Grace, at the town hall. I have not confirmed that, but it should be room C.
Yeah, I think it's there. I think I saw it when I got the Grace tour.
So that is that's where it is. And like I said, I have the panels if you wanted to talk about the pollinator pathway, but if you wanted to talk about trails, which is needed for someone who's not been involved in the pollinator pathway, that's an option too, because it just says where we have hiking in Woodstock.
Okay, any questions or more about this?
Yeah, just so people know, I do not have a pop-up tent if that's required. And I have a very small table, but I don't really have, so I don't know if that would be an issue or if they're providing it.
We have one of those things. It's just like a tent, only it's just
Yeah.
the top.
But it,
And
they may have it indoor at the
oh
event thing.
yeah.
They'll probably
Do you
have
think
all the-
Crystal would be interested? She's not there today, right?
Crystal had a prior commitment for this evening, which is why she asked me to
Yeah.
log in at 5 o'clock so she can turn on the Zoom meeting.
Roseland,
Let me
Park
talk to
is-
Crystal, see if she would do something with me.
Roseland Park doesn't really it's probably not indoors if it's at Roseland Park because they really only have a really small space.
No, they have that.
No, they have that.
where they have events in it.
Well, they
In
have
that
the
big
barn
barn.
and they have the pavilion.
Oh, the barn. Yeah, I didn't think it would be in the barn, but maybe, yeah. I know
And they
about
also
the pavilion
have the
because
boathouse.
Jane's retirement party was there.
I think it would, you'd have to talk to Amy about specifics.
Yeah.
I
I'm
do
just throwing
not
that out
have
there.
a portable pop-up, so I can't help you with that. I do have a table that's appropriately sized, but I don't have a pop-up.
Okay, so Ann talked to Crystal, and then if you guys are interested, we could get more details. And then I got a communication from Chandler, which is really interesting. Apparently, in 1950, there was this tiny lot near Woodstock. It was called Quasit Hill Farms, which is now Woodstock Orchards. And it was like a 0.13 acre lot, and it had 7 little schoolhouses. And they moved. At the time, they moved 6 of them, and the Board of Selectmen agreed to once the buildings were moved that they would just sell the lot to the abutters. And it never happened. That's from 1950. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's just giving a heads up that they're going to sell it for $1 to the Youngs who abut it. Yeah,
Wow. That's
just finally
that's
get
a
to it.
weird little thing to pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I should have waited.
Seven schoolhouses on an acre?
0.13 acres.
Or 0.13, seven
It
schoolhouses?
says 7 to sell 7 schoolhouses. Oh no, maybe 7 schoolhouses and the ground on which they stand. Yeah, including Quasit. At that time, 6 of the 7 were sold or transferred. Oh no, yeah, this is confusing. You're right. There must have been 7 schoolhouses throughout the town,
Okay.
and one of the houses was on this lot, and they left Quasit where it is. And they moved the other 6 of them, but they never got around to transferring this tiny little lot.
I wonder how that all of a sudden came up.
I don't know.
That wouldn't be a historical site, potentially?
Well, there's nothing on it now. It's just a 0.13 acre empty lot. And they already decided in 1950 they passed a motion to sell it or to get to the abutters. So
Well,
it never.
because sometimes there's a foundation or something.
So who's getting it, Lee? Who's getting this?
The
this
Youngs.
property? Huh? Youngs?
The people who own Woodstock Orchard,
Oh, okay.
it abuts their land.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't the Youngs own
Kind of
pretty much
Interesting
everything?
trivia.
There's a lot of Youngs. So you have to be specific. The people who own the orchard were related to the bishops that have Bishop's Orchard in Guilford, and then Eric Young is the son. Who's his father? Anyway, they now manage the orchard, but it's related to the Bishop Orchard group.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then there's the Youngs who own the dairy farm.
Right.
So yeah, they do have a lot of land.
Well, there's different Youngs. I mean, there's a lot of Youngs. Young is an old family in Woodstock, so.
So there's the older Youngs and the younger Youngs.
And the not so young.
But they're all Youngs. Okay, old business. Gene, DRC report, anything?
Nothing to report.
Okay, then Crystal said.
Oh, may I just take that back? This is a little follow-up on the Quarry Road debacle that the property owner claimed he was going to put in a goat farm and he just needed better access to the property and put in a second driveway without the permit, yada, 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 but there were no penalties. The property's on the market for double what he paid for it right now.
Ah.
Just, it is.
Wow.
That's because it has a nice road going to it now.
Right.
But it has no power going to it.
Wow.
So he would have, and I believe that Pomfret's going after him for what he did on their side of the border. But in order for that property to get electricity brought into it, it'd be very, very expensive. So it did just so happen that someone from planning and zoning was in the planner's office when a potential buyer was in there saying, like, you want to explore about buying it for her and her daughter. And he goes, just be aware, there's no power. It'd be very expensive to bring power in. And she goes, oh, and that was the last, they talked about it. But it is, it will be very expensive to bring the power utilities into that property.
Wow.
I mean, one way to come in would be down Ojala, but he'd have to get an easement from property owner there who was not interested in giving it to him. And the other way would be to come in from Sweet Town Road in Pomfret, and it's a very long and expensive process to bring the power in from there. So right now it's protected by greed.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put it.
Okay, so DRC open space. Crystal said there wasn't a meeting. P&Z didn't see anything pertaining to us.
I will mention about the POCD, which we're now done with. Is that still on the agenda?
Yes, it's on the agenda.
I'll wait.
We'll get to it. Ag Commission. I don't know. Did anyone step forward to take races? Okay, so we'll leave that for when there's more people here. Stewardship. Well, Jim's not here, but
He mentioned that he canceled the site walk earlier this month because it was raining.
Okay.
I do know that they did go on a site walk. Rebecca Hyde went with them and Jason.
Okay.
And apparently there was a little accident and Jason, I don't know. I'm just telling you what Rebecca told me. And I hope everything's okay now, but he fell. And so that didn't sound good. But he did go home and his wife was watching him. That's the last I knew.
We should
I know. Maybe there should be some standards around, like, making sure people are stick together and have a first aid kit. I don't know. It's probably a good idea going into the woods.
No, I remember when I went out with Grace on the site walk and she twisted her ankle. It was not fun. So.
Okay. Anything pollinator pathway?
That student who was supposed to contact me to mentor her has never contacted me. I will follow up with Amy and Angela to see if she's still interested. She might at this point think I'm mad at her because she hasn't called me, so I want to make sure she knows it's okay. And I still need to get what's his name? Quarry Road. He was going to do the rock for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know who you mean.
He never came. He never came to pick up the rock, and I've got to follow up on that too because I'm tired of looking at it on my cable.
Okay.
I'd like to get it put in place.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was Pollinator Appreciation or Pollinator Awareness Week last week, and I did make an effort to post things on social media, but I wasn't getting a lot of feedback. I got some thumbs up, but nobody, did any of the actions that I asked them to do. So I was kind of just depressing to me. But I did do some outreach on behalf of Pollinator Pathway because of the Pollinator Awareness Week. It's a lousy week to do anything outside with pollinators because it rained on Monday and Tuesday, and I think it rained on Thursday or something. So it's kind of crappy week for it, but I tried.
Good job.
Connecticut, so POCD, Jane.
Okay, so the POCD committee is wrapped up at this point, but I did have a conversation with David Morse, who's the chair of planning and zoning. And I said, how's the process going? And he goes, he said they have no problem with the conservation part at all. They're discussing the housing issues, and that's where they're kind of like stumbling a little bit, but they're doing meetings focused on only the POCD. So planning and zoning has POCD meetings only, and they're working their way through it. But it's good to hear that they had no objections to the conservation part. Did I freeze?
No.
Oh.
Did Lee freeze?
Frozen.
Lee froze or he's asleep. One of the two. What happened?
Lee. He got kicked out, he said.
But we see him sleeping on the.
Yeah, we see you sleeping, Lee.
He's still listed as co-host on the screen, so he's not kicked out yet.
He's coming over here to me.
Okay.
But I thought then the machines argue with each other if you're too close to me.
He got dropped.
Why you kick me out? So I don't have a machine.
It's funny, Lee. You look like
Yep.
You're taking a little snooze.
Looks like he has a.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
So
quick questions.
Yes.
So are Anne and Lee related?
Yes.
Sort of, uh-huh.
Okay. All right. I'm just making that assumption based upon the time frame and location.
Now we have Lee's beautiful fan.
Yeah, nice fan.
Oh, it's on. Okay, I'll run back.
Oh my God. That's the fan in the screened in room that, outside room. Screened in porch. That's what it is.
Whoa.
There he is.
Okay, on to Maura, the Natchug River. Any update on that?
The Natchug watershed, the river watershed. Yeah, so the work groups have been busy. They just finished up. The forestry work group had a workshop in the evening in the beginning of June, and then on the Saturday they had a tour of someone's property who had done forest management, and it was really well attended. There was, between online and in person, I think around 20 something people at the workshop and then 24 at the tour. People really seemed to like it. We had a forester from Connecticut Deep. We had one from NRCS. So lots of experts to, help people out. We're trying to promote for people to take care of their forests, because that is one of the number one things that's going to protect a healthy watershed is to make sure the forests are healthy, and try to protect them from development as much as possible. So that was sort of the message we were getting across. And I thought it was good. And then we also had, and then we're going to send out a poll to see if people, like that format, try to get some feedback. So we'll know next time maybe to, do something differently if we need to. And then the Riparian Buffer Pollinator Pathways Work Group had a nice event. It was a nature walk in Ashford at Tremco Park there. Might be saying on the Mount Hope River. And that was quite amazing. It was on a Saturday a couple weeks ago, and we had 30 people on the first walk, which was really too many for that very small place. But we were very happy with the turnout. And then we had about 10 we had 2 walks. Anyway, it was very good. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do the walks myself because I was tabling the event. But I do know that the Ashford has an amazing pollinator group, and they had a table there, and you guys missed it. I tried to tell you when it was, but they gave away lots of plants, pollinator plants. So I got like 5 of them, which is quite good. And so things like swamp milkweed and I don't know, I'm blanking, but all the ones that are really good for pollinators. So that was pretty awesome. And then we had Joe from the invasives work group. They have an invasives work group in their town, and he showed people all the work that they've been doing along that trail, pointed out invasives. So that was really great. And then we also had a woman from Connecticut Deep, who is a wildlife biologist, do a talk about riparian corridors to help native wildlife. So that was cool. And then there was some beaver activity. So we had somebody from Chaplin, who was a retired teacher, talk about beavers. So it was a really good event, and I was pretty happy with the outcome. I think they were too. So we've pretty much had a lot of events in the course of 3 or 4 months. And so we don't have anything planned as of now, except we're working on figuring out where to put a riparian corridor. So put in plantings to protect one of the rivers. And then also we want to put in a rain garden. So we have some leads on that. So that's kind of what we're working on now. And that's the update.
Super. Any questions for Maura?
Yeah, Maura, is there's a big effort to pull
water chestnut
at Mansfield Hollow Lake. Is the NatChog group focused on that at all?
No, that's a whole nother group that's been doing that. And we're encouraging whoever from the group, wants to join them, of course. But we will probably reach out to, see if they can come to a meeting or get an update at some point, because it would be good to know some of the stats.
Am I wrong in thinking that they also have water chestnut at the Willimantic Reservoir?
Actually, that I am not positive, but I do know Wyndham Waterworks took the plants that were pulled and were able to dispose them. So if they do have them, they probably know about it, and maybe there's plans for that. I don't know.
Well, I think Tyler mentioned it to me. What the heck did I last see him? A year or 2 ago? That they were starting to find him there, which makes sense because it's the next still water body downstream of Mansfield Hollow Lake. So I think they have them in the reservoir as well. But I think they may have done some more of a chemical control or hired somebody to cut it, which doesn't do anything because it just grows back. But I kind of remember that. It's, you know, the next thing is going to start getting in behind all the dams along the Chatucket River. That's how that succeeds. So those seeds float
Mhm.
downstream and become established in new places. So, thank you.
Yep.
And Carl, you have for old business need for a new secretary. Are you bailing on us already?
He's muted.
No, I am not bailing, but I will put in the notes that it is filled if it,
Okay.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
yes. So I'm learning that sometimes copy and paste works to a degree.
Yeah. Okay, two small old business items. So Walktober is, taking, bids.
Bids.
I don't think no one has time for doing it. Does anyone have any strong desire to do it in the 50 acre?
No, I had recommended, like people, of course, reached out to me for ideas, and I had suggested they do a kind of a scavenger hunt along the Little River Trail at the Senexit Village, but I don't have the capacity to plan it, but I'd be willing to be on the planning committee and like give them all the ideas as long as they did everything. And nobody got back to me that they thought it was a good idea. So I think we missed the deadline now.
Okay, just brought it up. And then the other thing is we have to have, I have no clue the answer to this. Our website is sponsored by GoDaddy.
Yeah.
It has to be a credit card on file for it.
Yeah.
I went to the website. I have no idea. Do you have any info on that, Gene? Like what, who, because I guess Grace may have been watching that.
Yeah, I think,
I mean, you could, I can, put it on my credit card is fine. I just don't know how to physically.
Lori Barefoot had been doing it.
Okay.
And for years she wasn't even charging us. We weren't paying her back.
Right.
But I think we did finally take care of that. I have to look through my files to see if I still have the login information.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, we can put my credit card in, but I just don't know how to get to it. Okay, and that's old business. On to new business. Anyone go to any workshops or aware of any upcoming workshops? I'm gonna check my mail.
I did go to Yale Forest Camp.
Oh.
They have their summer seminar series.
Yeah.
And I've been to two of them so far. The first one was the theme was water, and the person who came was from the USGS, and she was talking about stream flow monitoring using trail cameras, and they are interested in getting citizen scientists involved in setting up these trail cameras and then just downloading the pictures and putting them into a portal so that they can get information on some of the small streams. And this would be good for the Natchog, Maura. And I was sitting next to
We know about it. Thanks.
What?
We know about it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I was sitting next to Emma, and Emma took over the water quality monitoring program when I retired, and she got a good elbow in the ribs. Hey, this is a good citizen science opportunity. So we might want to think about if Emma would be willing to do it, we could sponsor a trail camera, and if Last Green Valley was going to take this on, but she didn't seem like she was going to jump through hoops to try to do it. But you could get a trail camera They want a lithium battery for it because it lasts longer, and a couple of SD cards to go in it. And you just set it up pointing at a river, and you just leave it to take a picture every hour, and then come back, change out the card, download the data, send it on to the USGS, and it gives them information they don't have right now. It's a really good way to get those upstream stream flow data, which is in short supply. They just have the major rivers with the gauges, the fancy gauges in them. But that's something that I watched. And then last week's seminar was about wildlife focused, and it was talking about climate change and wildlife, and we were just starting to get into it when somebody had a medical emergency and we all got sent home.
Wow.
Next week, there's not one this week. Next week, they're going to have someone talking about ginseng, which is a spring ephemeral plant that has been very popular in the herbal medicine arena, to the point where there's hardly any of it in the wild anymore. But somebody's going to be talking about it, maybe a form of forest understory income enhancement for forest owners or something. I don't know. They did talk about that once before when I went to a workshop there, and I forgot what the last topic was. But
the last one is July 22nd. Spider webs and climate resilient forests.
Okay, they're interesting to go to. It doesn't cost anything. I enjoy going there. I see my friends, my nerds that hang out in the woods to hear science.
Okay. Anyone else have anything for new business? If not, on to open discussion. Jean, you got anything?
Not that I could think of right now.
Okay.
I had my granddaughter today. My brain's all fried.
Anne? She says she's good. Carl? You're muted, Carl. Anything for open discussion? Take that as a no.
No, I just don't know how to turn the mute button. Well, when you flip between screens. But I met with Jim Kading for coffee. It's been several weeks ago, and he explained, the walks that he's envisioning and trying to get all the open properties reviewed over the next several years. And so we talked about how that might go forward. So I guess there was one that was going to go on. I didn't because of conflicts of timing. And but I think hopefully we'll get him back, here at the next meeting. We can kind of talk about what the way forward is. But that's, I think it's a worthy endeavor, looking at these properties. Make sure that, folks are kind of keeping their part of the bargain.
Yes. Thanks. Maura, anything?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. You've already spoke my mind. So does anyone else have anything for the good of the order? Not, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay. And third, I'm sorry, the fourth Monday of the month in July, we'll be back again. And thank you everybody for coming, and have a great July 4th, and happy 250 to everybody.
All right.
Happy Independence to you as well. All right. Take care all. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.